Hello and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. I've got a halo look. If I position myself right in the middle, I've got the sun right on top of my head. We're against Blackpool North Pier. You can tell that by the pier there, the tower there, and the tram that's just gone past. And I thought I had an idea the other day, and I thought it might be nice if we were to record what the prom looks like through the course of a year. So I slipped up and I missed out January, but it's the very beginning of February, so we're not too far away from the start of the year. And then we can look back over a period of time, over a period of videos, and see just how it looks different and it looks changes as the tourists come and go and the weather picks up and gets colder. So as you can see, it's February. I've got my coat on. It's a lovely day but cold, so we're going to go for a walk to Central Pier, and then we'll compare and contrast. So make sure that you've subscribed to Visit Fylde Coast. Make sure that you've hit the little bell for your notifications. In fact, I just heard a tram go ting ting. And don't forget to give this video a like and share it with your friends as well. That would help us enormously, that would. In fact, it's just on its way this way. Look, this tram. It's just on its way. Ding, ding. So if I'm not mistaken, it's the 8th of February today. It's a Wednesday. And half term starts at the end of this week. As you can see, everything at the moment is slightly closed, but everything is being prepared, ready for reopening for the first school holiday of the year. But when you think in another few short weeks, come Easter, everybody will be sitting on these seats at the front of here, eating their ice creams, listening to the music and enjoying the summer sunshine and enjoying the holidays. The gates are locked, the piers are closed at the moment, the ice cream shop's shut. In fact, there's somebody in there, look, she looks like she's getting herself organised for opening, and I just thought it might be nice to be able to see the same stretch of coastline and how 12 months in the life of a seaside resort looks so very, very different. I do love that noise. So the pier's all quiet. The sun's shining. It's a lovely day. But it's all quiet. It's all quiet on the Western Front. Blackpool's not like most seaside resorts though. It doesn't sort of shut in winter. It's popular all year round, and there's always something to see and do. Even if some businesses are closed. I mean, you see over here, look, there's such a lot of pubs and cafes and chip shops and tourist shops and things like that they're obviously not going to be open in the middle of February. But there's still loads of things to do. There's still loads of things open. So there's still shows at the Grand and the Winter Gardens and Viva and things like that. There's still plenty of bars that have got entertainment on. There's plenty of pubs open. There's still amusements open. There's loads of things to see and do, and Madame Tussauds and the Dungeon and all that kind of stuff. You can do your heritage tram tour from the heritage tram stop right at the side of North Pier. That's got a halo as well, look. Boarding point for promenade and coastal tours. So that's where you get on your heritage tram when in Blackpool. And this is, of course, the Tourist Information Centre, and that's open all year round as well. The Odyssey sculptures are going to be on for half term, so they've been left there from Christmas, but they're actually going to be turned on and shining during the February holidays. Hey, there's a nip in that wind. There is. There's a fair old nip in it. Just looks so very different, and I still, even though quite a few things are closed, and it's bitter, I can't say any other, I still get that fizzy feeling inside that I've come to Seaside, and it just lifts your spirits and makes you feel such a lot better. Look at this little dog. Do you look cute? So these windshields have been up since winter for the Christmas by the Sea event, and it's only a few short weeks since we were walking up and down in here absolutely perished with the cold, looking at all the rides and amusements and the little cabins and whatnot. In fact, they've left some. I wonder if they're intending using these for ice cream kiosks or something for summer, because everything else has been cleared away. So I bet these are for half term. I mean, it would make sense really, wouldn't it, to be selling ice creams there, because when you're on the seafront and you're gasping for an ice cream, you've got quite a trek to go and find one. Not like back in the day when they used to have those little caravans on the beach. Can you remember them? They used to tow them down with their little Land Rovers and park them on the sands, and some used to sell tea and coffee and some sold ice cream. And by the end of the day, the ice cream was always melting. It was always soft and a bit tepid. Can't resist it. I'm going to have to show you the tower, especially when it's such a lovely day. We've got to enjoy days like this in winter and drink them in. And then when it goes cold and miserable and unpleasant, it boosts your mood. And makes you feel better. I've got to say, the Woolworths building is looking rather spectacular now that all the scaffolding's down. Doesn't that look lovely? 1:05. The clock's right as well. So that's now Wetherspoons on the ground floor, and I believe quite a lot of upstairs is empty. Some of it is Sports Direct, which you access from Bankay Street, but most of that building's empty, which is a crying shame. And here comes Odyssey. I think they've shrunk, I'm sure they're a lot bigger than that in winter. So they're going to be on and shining throughout the holiday. Don't know what they're doing with them after that. Don't know whether they're leaving them up or taking them down. I mean, they're quite large, so it would make sense that they're going to leave them there, I think. That's quite a atmospheric shot with the watery winter sun behind the windscreens. I always get windscreen envy when I come on the seafront, because I'd love some of these in Cleveland. It would just be beyond wonderful on our seafront on the prom. It makes such a difference when you're standing at the back of here and the wind's blowing. It's amazing how much less windy it is. That's the first time I've ever seen one of these damaged. They've been up donkey's years. Well, they've been using them donkey's years. And that's the first time I've ever seen one damaged. I'm wondering whether somebody's given that a helping hand. I think that's been... I don't know whether it was pushed or whether it was shoved. This is what I love. Beautiful waves. Oh, just gorgeous. Just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This guy here was dancing a minute ago. Carry on. He's dancing for us. You're fitter than I am.
Sorry?
You're fitter than I am.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I would.
You wouldn't sing. I can sing better than you.
Only in Blackpool. Only in Blackpool. A minute before I turned the camera on, he was busy dancing. And the light's starting to drop a little bit now. It's starting to go a little bit hazy. And it's still lovely, but it is bitter cold. It's bitter cold. So another few weeks and everything will be looking such a lot busier. I've told you this before and I'm going to tell you again. I like Blackpool at this time of year. I like it in summer, I like it in autumn, and I like it in winter. I can't imagine living in a country where you've not got seasons and you've not got that seasonality that we get in Britain, and different weather and different aspects. Golden Mile Amusements is closed, look. They've relocated to their new pad in the old Woolies. And there goes the siren. There's always a siren. There's always a siren when you're on Blackpool Seafront. There's not many weeks goes by that there's not one passes us. Our NLI shop is a wonderful shop and well worth visiting. Judging by the darkness, I'm not sure whether it's open or closed. Definitely worth popping in. Definitely worth popping in. Brilliant range of gifts and souvenirs and things. So you need to put that one on your list of things to do. It's been really windy the last few weeks. Oh, goodness, there's a man up there, look. There's a man up there on the roof of the Sea Life. Can you see him? I wonder what he's doing. That looks like some kind of vent. It looks like he's painting something. Because of course that's going to be opening soon. And it's a new Merlin attraction underneath the Sea Life Centre, and we're all agog to find out what it's actually going to be. So I'm just saying, it's been windy, as you can see by these logs and things that have washed up and all the twigs and sticks, and that'll all be cleared away in due course by Blackpool Council. Got to say, my curiosity's killing me to see what this is. I think they're going to be needing to make an announcement sooner rather than later if it's opening this season. We'll keep you posted. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. Central Pier is all quiet and still. All quiet and still. Quite big, these logs. When you think how you'd struggle to lift that, especially when it's wet, there's some weight there. The place to yourself. So I'm going to walk up to Central Pier, to the front of it, and then when we do this again in another month or so, you can compare it to February. In fact, a few years ago in February half term, I can remember going on the end of Central Pier and everybody was sat sunbathing. It was so warm, it was absolutely boiling, in fact. So with a bit of luck, we'll have a really nice summer this year. Then of course the trampolines will be coming back onto this tarmac. I think Central Pier lost their appeal, didn't they, with that bar? Looked like they're taking it to bits. Looks in a bit of a poor state of repair. And then there's their bouncy castle on this land. Be interesting to see whether that reopens. And there we are, we've arrived at our destination. Piers are closed until February half term. They're open during half term and then weekends up until Easter. And then from Easter they're open daily for the season. And that's the next gate closed at Central Pier. There you go. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've enjoyed that little sort of compare and contrast. Oh, I think they are doing something to the front of Silcox Palace. Noticed that the other day when we went down the promenade. They've got the carousel thing off the front now. Whether or not they're just replacing light bulbs or whether they're actually doing something with the front of it, we'll keep you posted. So until next time, we will see you later. Bye for now.